Hi, my name is David Rippy. I'm a certified hypnotherapist. I help clients with pain, whether physical or mental nature, and we also do past life regressions. For those not familiar, a past life regression is where you go into previous lives that a client might have had, and they will recount those in pretty good detail. I wanted to mention about this client we're going to have on this recording. This one is about a woman who has multiple sclerosis. She's about early 60s. And the first life she recounted was in the mid 1800s, where she was a farmer rancher living alone after her husband died, and she died in a horse accident in her 90s. Quite an amazing person. The second one she recounts is a farmer's wife in the early 1900s, where she had 7 children. Living with chronic MS, she described how her pain was taken away at the end of the session. But more importantly, she confided that she had taken a harder life now to help slow her down and pass the lessons of patience and ego. In the recording, she went in front of councils in those 2 lives where they said she didn't quite pass the lessons of patience and ego. So this time around, she appears to be on the right path and decided to take a more difficult life to help with those difficult lessons. Enjoy. So I want you to begin to breathe lightly. Just super relaxed, not falling asleep, just hearing my voice. And I want you to feel like you're just sinking down deeper and deeper into your bed. You feel like you're so relaxed. It's almost like listening to an audio book, but you're not falling asleep. So as you're laying there, I want your hands just to lay down at your side still. And is the phone on your side now, or is it still on top of you?
It's on top of me.
Is it comfortable? Because you can lay it to your side with your earbuds, and you might not feel the weight of it. Would that be lighter for you?
Yeah.
Without pulling your earplugs out? All right, we'll lay it to the side. I want everything just to be super relaxed. And I don't want you to have to feel a weight on your chest while you're trying to relax.
Yeah, I got it up by my head.
Good. So I want you just to lay there and relax and close your eyes. And I want your feet all your legs just to lay still all the way down on your bed. Don't cross your feet. Don't be over covered. Are you feeling pretty comfortable?
Yeah.
All right, well, I want you just to lay there and just begin to relax. Allow yourself just to hear my voice. And allow yourself a chance, to yourself. Free of friends, family, MS, free of COVID, free of the TV and the politics. I want you just to let go and kind of put all that stuff away from you. Let it just all go away. So we're just talking to you, going inside, allowing yourself just to drift down deeper and deeper, feeling yourself feeling so relaxed. Just feeling so carefree, feeling no worries, no pain, just allowing yourself to drift down, hearing my voice and not falling asleep, but feeling so good inside, allowing yourself to take this moment, just to hear my voice and allow yourself to just let go. Allow yourself to be free and just listening to my voice. And I want you to picture it as like there's a large tree next to you. And you're kind of like a small little leaf or bubble at the very top. And it's kind of dusk out. It's not real light. It's kind of getting dark. And you're going to find yourself just gently falling down so slowly. And not even the word falling's too big. It's more gently just coming down at your own speed. Allowing yourself just to let go and feel so good inside. And as I count from 5 to 1, you're going to feel yourself coming down, gently swaying a little bit side to side. And as I count from 5 to 4, you can feel yourself drifting down deeper and deeper, allowing yourself just to let go and feel so comfortable. And it's like you're coming down in a very beautiful bubble, a very golden lit bubble, drifting down deeper and deeper. And as you sink in your bed, in your mind's eye, it feels like you're sinking down into this beautiful, wonderful cushion of golden light. And you feel the golden light starting to make you feel more relaxed. Feel safe and secure as you just drift down deeper and deeper. And as I count down to 3, you can feel yourself drifting down, 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 deeper and deeper. Allowing yourself just to see yourself gently swaying back and forth in this beautiful bubble of light. And you feel all protected because you're the only one in the bubble. And you can feel this golden light coming inside the bubble as you sink down deeper and deeper. And as you hear my voice, you can feel this golden light touching your skin, almost like being outside. But it's not a hot sun. It's like very nice, cooling, divine golden light. And you can feel like coming on the skin, and as we count down to 2, you can feel yourself drifting down deeper and deeper, allowing yourself to relax and just let go. Hearing my voice, not falling asleep, just enjoying the moment to allow yourself to drift down. Drift down deeper and deeper. And in your mind's eye, you can see yourself from a distance, kind of seeing this very small bubble that you're inside, drifting down deeper and deeper. And it's a big bubble for us. You know, it's like 8 to 9 feet in length and maybe about 7 feet wide. It's very comfortable. And it's almost like being on a beautiful bubble spa type thing. You feel this golden light touching your skin. You can feel it hitting your forehead, coming down to your neck and your shoulders, down to your chest and your stomach and legs. And you can feel this golden light start to penetrate down to your feet, coming up your calves. And as you drift down deeper and deeper, the deeper you go, the better the light feels. And you can feel it is starting to really relax you. It's almost like being in a golden light sauna where it's so relaxing. And you can feel yourself drifting down, down, down. And the farther you drift down, the deeper this golden light goes into your skin. And you feel it coming into the skin, you feel it coming into the body. And as we drift down deeper and deeper, in your mind's eye, you can see your body lit with this golden light. This beautiful light coming into the bubble. Not overbearing, so it doesn't hurt our eyes, but it's very soft, very pleasing. And you can feel your body relaxing even more as you sink down deeper and deeper. And you see yourself in your mind's eye, you can see yourself sinking down in this beautiful cushion of light. You can feel the golden light coming up through the cushion and, on your back. You can feel it coming down to the front on your whole front. And you feel it coming into the heart. You can feel and see it pumping around this beautiful golden light. And as you drift down deeper and deeper, you can see in your mind's eye the light starting to take away some of the pain. And in your mind's eye, you can see the areas that hurt. You can see the lit up reddish areas, maybe inflamed a little bit. And you see this golden light coming at it, kind of covering this reddish hurt area, and you're feeling this golden light. It's almost like a salve or a Neosporin you put on a cup, but it's all golden and going through your whole body, and it feels really good on these areas that have been bothering you. So as I count from 5 to 1 again, you can feel yourself continuing to drift down, sinking deeper and deeper into the golden light, allowing yourself to relax, feeling yourself just let go and feeling free of all life's distractions and all life's traumas. Allow yourself to escape in this golden bubble. Feeling yourself drifting down deeper and deeper. Allowing yourself to see yourself coming down alongside this very large tree, like almost a huge sequoia. And you see yourself being gently guided down, so lightly. As we count down to 4, you feel yourself drifting down deeper and deeper, allowing the golden light to come through you. Feeling it taking away all the pain. All the reddish areas are now starting to break up a little bit. They're starting to dissolve. As you can see the golden light working its way, almost like consciously, taking care of all your pain, this divine golden light to heal you and make you feel better. So as you drift down deeper and deeper, and as we count down to 3, you can feel yourself getting even more relaxed. Feeling yourself just drifting down so lightly. This is gentle, gentle bubble bringing you down. And in your mind's eye, you can see you're about halfway down this huge tree. Just drifting down so lightly and feeling so good inside. Drifting down deeper and deeper, allowing the golden light just to fill every cell. And seeing every cell in your body starting to light up. Starting to see it glowing with this newfound strength. Feeling all the cells energized as you drift down deeper and deeper. And the deeper you drift, the more intense the light becomes in your body. It doesn't hurt, it feels great. And you can feel it working on all the areas that have caused pain. And as you drift down deeper and deeper, in your mind's eye, you can see all the areas. Maybe the hands, the feet, the back. Feeling the MS, not as powerful on the whole. Feeling your muscles rejuvenate. And seeing all the cells in your body, from your ligaments, your joints. Feeling it all in your hips, all the way down your legs to your feet. Feeling your hands as I count down to 2 and you're drifting down deeper and deeper. And you can feel almost your fingertips and toes starting to feel this tingling feeling inside as you drift down deeper and deeper. And you're starting to feel your fingers and toes better. Feeling all the numbness, the pain starting to ebb away. And as you drift down deeper and deeper, you can feel the golden light working its way all over the areas that have been hurt. All the areas that have been causing you pain, you're feeling it drifting away now. But your mind has remained clear and sharp. You're allowing yourself to let go as you drift down deeper and deeper. Feeling yourself inside, feeling so relaxed, so peaceful, and so secure as you feel so protected in this golden bubble of light. And as you drift down and we count down to 1, you can feel yourself becoming even more relaxed. And you drift down deeper and deeper, allowing yourself just to drift down. Feeling yourself allowing this golden light to help heal. And you can feel it coming down through your crown chakra. Your temple might be, your head might be tingling a little bit. You'll feel it coming down through your neck, through your shoulders, down through your arms and your hands. And you can feel this golden light start to intensify a little bit. Your hands are starting to feel a little bit warmer, but they feel so good because it's healing your body. You can see the red areas starting to diminish, being taken over by this golden divine light, allowing the energy just to heal you. As you can feel your toes and fingers starting to tingle, feeling it work its magic as all the reddish areas are being healed and replenished by this golden light. Feeling yourself drifting down, 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 deeper and deeper. Feeling yourself so relaxed, and as we drift down deeper and deeper, you can feel yourself about as relaxed and at peace you've felt in a long time. Allowing yourself just to gently breathe in and out. And even in mind's eye, see yourself breathing this beautiful golden air, this beautiful light that's helping the lungs. You see it working its way through your kidney, feeling it helping and strengthening all the red blood cells. Seeing your body starting to repair, relax, feeling all the pain go away. And as you drift down deeper and deeper, you can feel yourself starting to get closer to the base of this beautiful large tree. And as you drift down deeper and deeper, we're going to find ourselves just kind of drifting down probably about 10 feet off the ground, very lightly, feeling so relaxed. As I count from 5 to 1, you're going to start to feel yourself drifting away from the tree a little bit. So peaceful, and you're going to feel ourselves starting to enter this beautiful field of flowers. As I count from 5 to 4, you're sunk back in this beautiful little golden bubble. And we're starting to float very slowly and gently over this beautiful field of beautiful flowers that we can see from all around. So it's just a beautiful sea that you're drifting along, feeling yourself this gentle little guiding breeze. And as we count down to 3, you can begin to see in your mind's eye, you can begin to feel yourself drifting above these flowers in your bubble. And you can start to recognize in your mind's eye the flowers below you. You can kind of see them in your mind's eye. Maybe some flowers you're familiar with or you enjoy. And as you drift down deeper and deeper, the images become even clearer. So you begin to see the flowers more close up, identify the ones you know. And as we count down to 2, drifting down deeper and deeper. Feeling all so happy and secure. As you're feeling the pain starting to ebb away from your body, feeling your body replaced with this nourishing light. Feeling newfound strength, but not waking up, hearing my voice just kind of floating along. Enjoying the ride as you just drift along above the flowers. And as we count down to 1, you can feel yourself even more relaxed. Drifting along, feeling so good inside. And as you drift along, you're going to keep going above the flowers. And as you drift along deeper and deeper, the flower images are becoming a little clearer. You have this beautiful sun that you see kind of translucent coming into the bubble too, adding in the golden light. Not harsh, just very nice and very relaxed, very cool. And as you drift along this beautiful field of golden and colored flowers, you can see all sorts of different flowers, summer flowers you're familiar with. And just drift along above the field, enjoying it. Feeling so at peace and relaxed. Almost like that best day you ever had out in some beautiful gardens. Allowing yourself just to enjoy nature. And as you drift along, feeling so relaxed, drifting down deeper and deeper, I want you to tell me, do you see any flowers below you?
Yes.
Hey, can you describe them to me? What do you see?
Like something wild. It looks like snapdragon.
All right, you see some snapdragons. Can you tell me a little louder? What else?
This one.
Good. So you see some snapdragons and other flowers. Are they pretty? Can you smell them too or not?
No.
Okay. Well, I want you to continue to drift above the flowers, enjoying all of them. Feeling very relaxed as you drift along. And I want you to continue just to drift along, sinking down deeper and deeper. And it would be hard to smell them in your bubble anyway, but how high above the flowers are you roughly?
Oh, I feel like I'm kind of higher, like too high to smell them.
Okay, would it be 100 feet? Less?
Sounds like 50 feet,
About 50?
around there.
Okay, good. So you're enjoying it. You're seeing the field. It's very pretty. The beautiful light. You can feel the golden light coming down inside of you, making you feel more and more relaxed, more and more pain-free. So as this golden light's going to continue to come into you as we go on our journey. And I want you to continue just to float along gently above the flowers. And I count from 3 to 1. You're going to drift down deeper and deeper. Allowing yourself just to let go. Allowing yourself this time to enjoy yourself. Enjoy the images that are coming to you. And as you drift down deeper and deeper, I count down to 2. And you feel yourself getting more and more relaxed. You can feel the pain starting to go away, feeling it ebb away. And you're starting in your mind's eye to see the red areas that have hurt in the past. Hurt this morning, yesterday, the week before. You can feel them not feeling as painful. You can feel and see in your mind's eye the reddish areas being healed. Allowing them to heal as you in your mind's eye, you can see your body lit up like a golden, immortal, divine soul. Allowing yourself to allow this energy to come in. This golden, divine, immortal energy. And you're feeling it replace a lot of the pain. You're feeling almost this sense of immortality, this sense of, a sense of exhilaration, euphoria starting to fill you. Feeling a peace and a strength you haven't known for a while. And as you drift down deeper and deeper, you can feel this strength returning. You can feel the pain, the muscles. You can feel them starting to regenerate. Feeling so much happier inside. Seeing in your mind's eye the reddish areas dissipate. Being taken over by this conscious, golden, loving light. So you're going to allow this energy to continue to come in here as you drift above the flowers, drifting down deeper and deeper. Seeing in your mind's eye things becoming clearer and clearer. And as you drift down, we're going to start to come toward the end of the field of flowers. We get off in the distance, could be 100 yards, 200 yards, but we see this beautiful field. Starting to come to an end, almost like it was planned. And on the other side, it's going to be a beautiful green, short, grassy field. So we're just going to drift along, sinking down deeper and deeper. As you start to drift down and you start to come closer and closer to the end of the flowers. And as we continue to drift down deeper and deeper, you can start to feel the bubble that you're in that you can see so well now. You're starting to feel it crossing over the end of the flowers, starting to enter this beautiful, friendly, grassy field. Very nicely cut. The sun's touching it. And the sun's still coming into your bubble. This golden conscious light is coming in and making you feel so good inside. Feeling so relaxed as you drift down deeper and deeper. Hearing my voice, not falling asleep, but feeling a strength inside, feeling this new strength, feeling the muscles feeling better. Seeing in your mind's eye the golden light. You see your fingers glowing a little bit and your toes glowing now with this light in your mind. Seeing all the reddish areas about gone. You can feel this golden light washing in and out. Seeing your heart pumping it into various veins. Seeing it help the body recover. Feeling the slowing of any disease. Feeling the progression of healing. Feeling yourself getting more and more relaxed. Allowing your mind and divine light to heal you. And as you drift over this beautiful green field, you're just drifting along. The bubble's starting to come down a little bit. It's starting to lower down from 50 feet. Just gently gliding in, very lightly, very surely, very stable, feeling so relaxed. And as it drifts in, almost like a driverless car, you can feel it all in control, making your journey so easy and peaceful. Feeling so safe and secure. And as I count from 3 to 1, we're going to begin to bring this beautiful bubble craft closer to the grass. And as I count down to 2, we're coming down lower and lower. You're feeling yourself more energized, feeling so calm and relaxed inside. And as we drift down deeper and deeper, we're probably about 2 feet off the ground. We count down to 1, and you're still sinking down deeper and deeper, gathering up a little bit more divine energy. It almost feels like you have a golden suit on. It's starting to form this beautiful protective layer that you feel like you have this really easy, just like your skin. But it's more of a golden skin now. It's a stronger skin. It's like a suit of protection that is like painted on you of golden light. And as we count down to 1, you can feel this craft hovering about a foot off the grass. And there's grass all around us, and you're feeling so relaxed. Allowing yourself to see all the pain disappear. Allowing yourself to feel this golden light suit on, which is going to help us as we go forward. And as you drift down deeper and deeper, things become clearer and clearer. And I'm going to stand outside of the craft, and I'm going to open up the side almost like a hatched door. Is that okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gently open up. You're going to see this beautiful door open up, almost seamless. And then I want you to begin to kind of, not on your real bed where you are now, but in this golden bubble in your mind's eye. I want you to feel yourself starting to stir a little bit. Not waking up, just shaking and feeling wonderful inside this golden suit of light. So when I count from 3 to 1, I want you to come up, and I'm going to reach up and grab your hand, help you out. And I want you to step out on the grass. When I count from 3, you're getting close, getting up, getting closer to the latch door. 2, you can see like a little step. It's only about a foot high. 1, and you want to feel yourself begin to step out of this beautiful bubble. And I want you to stand on the grass by the field. Can you do that?
Yeah.
All right, I want you to stand outside of this bubble and, just kind of stand there and just relax. You're standing on ground. And I'm going to be right there. Do you see me in the image or not?
Yeah.
And what am I wearing? Can you tell?
Yeah. I think you have a gray shirt on.
I have a what on?
A gray shirt on.
A gray shirt?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of pants?
Blue.
Like blue jeans?
Yeah.
Okay. And what color is my hair? Can you tell?
Brown.
Hair's brown. Do I have a beard?
No.
Okay. Well, that's good. Well, do you see yourself in this golden suit standing outside?
Yes.
Good. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to follow along beside you, and we're going to walk toward the left and go forward, okay? So I count from 3. I want you to begin this to walk through the field straight ahead very lightly. And I'm going to walk on your right side. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right, so let's keep just real light steps, just getting used to our environment. And you're not drifting down, but every time I count down, you're feeling the image is getting clearer. You love having that golden suit on. It's like having the best astronaut suit in the world. And you're drifting down deeper and deeper, and then I want you to continue to go forward with me. And we're just going to take our time, very relaxed. Just walk very slowly, past, the flowers are way behind our back and we're just going forward. Taking our time. And as we go forward, we're coming up and about 10 feet in front of us, we're going to start to see what appears to be a large translucent screen. Almost like a living plasma screen. Do you see that in your mind?
Yeah.
Well, very slowly, I'm going to count from 3 to 2 to 1. And every time I count down, you're going to find yourself getting closer and closer to this screen, okay? And I'm going to be right beside you. So 3, we're probably about 10 feet away. We're still walking. 2, we're probably about 5 feet away. And 1, we're kind of standing and looking at this screen that's about an arm's length away from us. And it's very big. We're just kind of looking at it. It looks like kind of a living plasma screen of some sort. So as you and I are looking at this screen, we're saying, wow, this is better than IMAX. This is huge. So we're just going to stand there and look at it. And as I count from 3 to 2 to 1, you're drifting down deeper and deeper. And as you drift down, you're going to feel your clarity becoming even stronger. 2, feeling it become even clearer. Seeing this beautiful screen in front of us that looks like, it's plasma. You can walk through it, basically. So 1. And what I'm going to do when we count to 1, I'm going to have you, and I'm going to follow you right through this screen onto the other side. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So I want you to stand there right in front of the screen as I count from 3. We're getting closer. You're putting your arm out. 2, you're seeing your arm going through the screen as you're continuing going toward it. 1, you and I have gone through the screen and we're standing on the other side. And you're going to stand there for a moment. And I'm going to make it really easy. There's going to be some beautiful Adirondack type chairs next to us. You see those? Do you see like wooden chairs? I'm going to count 3. Look on your left. Can you kind of make out some chairs? You see those? All right, I'm going to sit in one, and I want you to sit in one, okay? And it's got like wooden arms on it. We just put our arms up on it. It's kind of tilted back a little bit. It's really comfortable. And we're going to sit there in those chairs for a little bit. We're just going to relax. Allow ourselves to relax. Your mind's eye is closed. Open. Your regular eyes are closed. You're drifting down deeper and deeper. The chair feels so comfortable. The air is beautiful. And in your mind's eye, as I count from 3, you're drifting down deeper and deeper, but things are becoming a little clearer. And kind of in your mind's eye, as I count down to 1, as you're relaxing in the chair. And I'm just sitting there kind of beside you, checking it out with you. And as I count down to 0, below 1, you're starting to see images come in your mind. And they could be farther out. It could be woods. It could be a structure or a dwelling you might have known at one time. It might be anything. So I want you just to relax. I count from 3 down to 2. The images in your mind in front of you. Out in front of you. They could be at a distance or closer up. It doesn't matter. Whatever you see. But you can visualize this chair kind of parked or sitting on somewhere you remember. Sitting on the edge and you're kind of observing to somewhere you've been before. I count down to 2. You're drifting down deeper and deeper. You're going to allow the images to come to you as I count down to 1. And I want you to just take your time and tell me what you might see out in front of you. Do you see anything?
I'm on a rocking chair.
You see black?
And there's a fireplace in front.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you say it louder?
I'm in a rocking chair, and there's a fireplace
Okay, wow.
in front of me.
Good. So you can see yourself in a rocking chair?
Yeah, and there's a
Good.
fireplace in front of me.
And there's a fireplace? Okay.
I can say.
Nice. And you're rocking? What kind? Is it inside a building or a structure? What kind of structure is it?
Yeah. It's,
Okay.
You
And what could
know?
it, go ahead. And just keep going a little louder if you could.
I'm trying to figure out what the time period is from.
Well, it might come to us in a little bit, but I want you just to look at the room around you. Do you see a big? You said a big fireplace. Do you use this fire?
Yeah.
Do you use this fireplace to cook too?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. I want you to look at the walls as you was sitting there in a rock chair walking. I want you to kind of describe the room for me, and tell me what you might see in the room. Is there windows? Do you see the door? What do you see?
It's pretty sparse. You know? There's not much there
Okay.
in the room. It's just pretty much like utilitarian things.
I see. Now, are there windows? What do the windows look like?
There's some windows. They're limited. I can't tell whether there's glass in them or not. It's kind of dark in there.
Okay. Okay. Now, how many rooms does this structure have?
I think it's got this room and one other room.
Okay. Now, is the other room like a bedroom? Is the kitchen in the room where you're rocking?
I think it's just one main room and a bedroom,
Okay.
and that's it.
Well, that's nice. And I want you to sit there and just rock and enjoy the fire. How's the fire feel? Pretty good?
Yeah.
So you enjoy the fire, and that's why you're in this scene. Let me ask you this. When you see yourself rocking, are you a male or a female?
I'm a female.
Okay. And how old do you think you are in this scene?
I think I'm old.
Okay, so you see yourself rocking. And what are you wearing?
A dress.
Okay, and what color?
Comes down in between, like, the knee and the ankle. Like, it's touched, like, somewhere in between there. And I've got an apron on, too.
Okay. What kind of? Go ahead.
Don't think I was a wife, though.
You don't think? Okay. Do you think you had children, or you were never married?
No.
Okay. Well, that's fine. That's good to know. What do your shoes look like?
I'm barefoot.
Okay, so you're barefoot. What is the floor made of?
Wood.
So you have a wood floor. Okay, I want you to rock there and kind of enjoy the scene. You know, trying to, as I count down, you're drifting down deeper and deeper. You're seeing all the images getting clearer and clearer. And you're rocking away so gently, just enjoying it, very peaceful. Did you enjoy that house, that cabin?
Yeah.
So you felt comfortable there and happy.
I had my own thing going.
Good. Well, let me ask you this, and we're just going to see in your mind's eye as you sit there drifting. Do you remember your name? Or maybe what letter maybe your first name started with. Do you see a first letter?
Well, I have a friend named Teddy in this life, and the first name that popped up into my mind was Teddy for some reason.
Okay, now do you think that was your name, or
I think it sounded close to that, but I don't think it was exactly that.
I see. Okay, do you think your name started with like an H also, or a different letter?
Yeah, I think it was like H-E something, but I don't know what it was.
Okay. Well, let's just relax and enjoy yourself. Now, have you been in this is this a cabin, I presume, right?
Yeah,
And how long have you lived in this cabin, do you think?
a long time.
Were you born in it?
It's in the middle of the woods.
Okay, were you born in that cabin or did you move to it later?
I'm not sure, but I've been there for a really long time.
I see,
I
okay.
think it was something that I set up for myself because of what I do.
Okay, and what do you do?
I am some type of like medicine woman.
Okay, were you Native American or were you not Native American? Were you a...
No, not Native American.
Would you consider, when you look at the, you said medicine woman, do you think you practice like some type of white witchcraft or anything? Would others look around you and say, think you were
I don't know. I know it was very connected with nature.
Okay, connected with nature.
And witchcraft is very connected with nature.
Yes.
I don't know.
All right, so you worked with...
I know that it had to do a lot with like healing and stuff like that.
Yeah, tell me about when you look back at your past, maybe when you were a little bit younger. Tell me about how you help people, maybe what did you use to help heal them, and what did they come to you for? What kind of problems?
What did they come to me for?
Yeah, I'd like different types of healing.
All sorts of things.
Was there one in particular in your mind that you remember that really stood out, you'll never forget it, to where you were so happy that you could help them, that you were amazed, and it was very almost miraculous? Do you see any healings that were pretty impressive?
There's some things that's sticking out in my mind.
That's okay. Well, I want you to just sit there and rock. Just relax. I want you to drift down. I want you in that rocking chair. I want to see yourself sitting in that rocking chair with your eyes closed in the chair. Just gently rocking, hearing my voice in the cabin. And you're feeling so relaxed. You're allowing yourself to drift. Feeling yourself rocking in that chair, just relaxing. Very lightly, almost like you'd almost drift off to sleep, but you're not going to. Because you just want to relax and hear my voice and, kind of learn things. And as you drift in your chair and you're just drifting down, hearing my voice in the cabin, I want you to tell me, how big was this? Well, you said you were in the woods. Was this deep in the woods?
Yeah. Pretty deep in the woods.
Right. Now, if you had to go to like this, maybe there was a small town nearby, or some village or something. How far away would that be from your cabin, roughly?
Oh, that would take about 3/4 of the day.
Okay, so it'd be a pretty long day to get there, huh?
Yes.
Now, did you have to cross over a lot through obviously a bunch of woods and streams and all that stuff? Or was there a road or maybe some old beaten down path that ran by your place?
I had to travel through woods before I got to the road.
Okay. Now, did you have any animals? Did you have any animals?
Sorry?
Did you have any animals in the woods?
Yes.
Okay, now think about those animals for a bit. I want you just to think there and describe the animals. What were they?
Pig.
All right, you had a pig. Did you have more than one pig?
Yes. I had 3 pigs,
Okay.
and I had chickens.
Okay. And did you have a bunch of chickens?
Yes,
And what they do? Lay eggs for you?
yes.
And what about
I
the?
also ate them.
And you ate? Then you ate the chickens? Okay. Now what about the pigs? Did you eat some of them too?
Yes.
Okay. So you raised pigs and chickens. Did you ever have a cow or a horse or anything?
No cow. Yes, it was a horse.
There was a horse?
Yes.
Okay. Now, did you have a cart that you hooked that horse, or how did you get around? Like, say you had to go farther away. Were you able to find a road through the woods eventually or not? Or did you have to almost go all the way to the town?
No, I didn't have a cart with a horse. I
Okay.
just had sacks that I put on inside. That was it.
I see. Okay. Now let me ask you this.
Hard to get things in there.
Okay, well, I want you to relax in your chair and drift down deeper and deeper. So, did you feel you had a pretty good life in that life?
Yes, but there was someone I hurt, so I stopped.
There was somebody you hurt with what, your medicine?
Yes.
And what happened?
I poisoned them.
Okay, so you poisoned somebody and they died, I guess?
Yes.
Now, was it somebody from the town or where was it? Where were they from?
Someone from the town, because
And how old were you when you did that? Do you remember roughly how old were you when you poisoned that person?
older. Old.
You were old? Okay. So you had been practicing helping people for a long, long time. Since what, you were young?
Yes.
Did your mother do this too, or do you remember?
I think I learned from my grandmother.
Okay.
I don't think my mother was just a housewife. And I didn't want to do that. She had a lot of children.
And what did your mother do again that she wanted you to do?
I don't think my mother wanted me to do anything in particular.
I see. Well, I want you to continue to drift down and relax and allow the memories to come in. It's almost like dusting off old movies. So as you drift down deeper and deeper, feeling yourself relax more and more, I want you to take me all the way up. Do you remember how long you lived to? How old were you?
Long time. 84.
Okay, so you think you were 84.
Yeah.
Okay, now I want to ask you this. What day do you remember dying on? Do you remember the day you died on?
December 9th.
All right, December 9th, you think you died on. And let's go look at what century. Was that 1800s or 1900s? Or was it earlier?
No, this was 1800.
All right, so let's look at that 18. We're going to set...
I think it was 1800.
Okay. Well, let's do this. You knew the December 9th. Let's just keep rocking and relaxing even more. And we're going to take away the 18. Okay, just remove that. What were the two numbers? What were the 2 years? What was the year that you might have died on? If we just get the 18 away, what were those two numbers that you remember in your mind? What year do you think you passed away?
62.
So it might have been 1852,
62.
1862. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Does that feel pretty good the more you think about it? Because you're going to have numbers come in your mind, and you don't try to analyze it. Just kind of like go with it.
Okay.
So 1862. If I say yes or no, does it feel like a yes in your mind?
Yeah.
Okay. So you think you died December 9th, 1862. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Good. And you think your name started with an H, and it might have been something like Hattie or Hetty or something. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Has a name come to you yet? Is it Hetty, Hattie, Henrietta? What do you think it was?
Heather.
Gotcha. So you think it might have been Heather?
I think so.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's a pretty name. Did you have a last name?
No.
So you remember you think your name was Heather, which is a pretty name.
I don't know.
Well, that's okay. You don't have to overanalyze it. Let's just
Yeah.
Yeah, it might come to you later.
Come up with the name. Yeah.
It might come
not
to you
Heather.
later. Might have been something like that, or it might have been Heather. So, well, just let it go and just relax. I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. And as you're rocking away, you know you're getting older and older. You're getting closer. It might be December 8th, getting close to that day, December 9th. And did you pass? Tell me how you died. Did you die in bed or the chair? Did you fall over? How did it happen?
On my horse.
All right, can you see yourself on your floor?
No, on my horse.
Oh, you died on your horse, and you were 84 years old riding a horse?
Yeah.
That's pretty. I'll tell you, you must have been
I was
pretty. You were.
84 years old riding my horse.
That's impressive. My gosh. Now,
Yeah.
you said you died on your horse. How did you?
Died.
Yeah, go ahead. Describe how you died. Did he throw you, or did you just fall off?
I'm not sure. I think I just fell off.
Okay, now
It
I want
was
to.
more me than him.
All right, let's go
You
to
know?
that.
It
Well,
was a loss of balance, like, type of thing.
okay, now.
He had to correct his steps, you know?
Okay.
So that, well, I was a stubborn old woman. That yes, I could do this and I could do that. And I had him out riding, and of course I'd have him run.
So you think you might have had him out running and bang, and just somehow he
He had to correct the movement
Yep.
because he lost his footing, and I lost a stirrup and fell off of him.
Wow. Well, that's good. I'm glad you remembered all that. So let's look at that scene. We're not going to get emotional. You came off and you felt.
I just crossed my leg, so I went across. I'm sorry.
Say it again.
Nothing. Go ahead.
Well, let's drift. You're drifting down deeper and deeper, and you can see yourself in that last moments on your horse. You see your stirrup slip. You came off the horse. And then what? Did you hit your head, or how did you die?
He trampled me with his back hoof.
So you fell off, and you feel his back hooves caught your body. Is that correct?
Yeah, caught my body in a certain way, and I think I also got hurt partially from
Sure.
banging at the fall.
Oh, that's a shame.
So it was two things.
Well, I'm sure the horse didn't mean to hurt you, right?
It was two of the things. It was the horse and the fall.
Right. So when you're laying on the ground, and we're not going to get emotional here. Yeah, we're not going to get emotional, but I want you to continue to describe it. Tell me about your last moments. We're not going to get emotional, we're just observing. And I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. And as you see yourself on the ground, you can see the hoofs, on his rear hoofs. And then I want you to take me from there and just describe. Don't get emotional. What do you remember?
It was so fast.
So it was like instant.
It was a second. It wasn't like I was afraid.
I see.
All
right, well, let me ask you this. You're laying there, the hoofs hit you so damn fast that you were just gone like that. Now, I'm going to count from 3 to 2 to 1. As you're laying there and you know you just died, do you see yourself coming out of your body?
Yeah.
Do you see the horse? What did the horse do after he stopped? Did he take off? Did he stand around? How long did you lay there before somebody found you? Was it weeks, days, months?
It was some time.
So it could have been a couple of weeks at least.
It was some time, yeah. But it was winter time, so my body is like kept.
Right.
So it was easy for them to know that it was me and whatnot. Because I lived in a cold area.
Right. So when you look at that
People
cold...
also weren't getting out a lot,
Yes. So how many months, was it weeks or months? How long after December 9th?
I don't think it was months. I think it was a couple of weeks, it looks like.
Now, do you see when you were standing, did you stand around your body till they found you? Did you stay around your body?
Winter,
Say that again?
I went away, but I was around when they did something, because they did do a service for me.
Okay. Now, where did you go before they found you? Describe that place you went. Where did you go? Where did your spirit or body go? Or not your body, your soul.
I was up in this place that is partially transparent, like partially like crystalline, but not really crystalline. And it's like this waiting, prepping station.
All right, let's look at that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's look at that for a minute. So you came out of your body. Now, from December 9th, when that horse hit you with those rear hoofs, did you stay at that body for a day or two, or did you go immediately to this other area?
I went into light.
All right, you went into light.
I went into light, and I went somewhere that felt really good.
Okay. And describe that area.
And then I moved into that area.
That was
for a little bit. I went into an area that felt really good. But I feel like a part of me stayed in that area that felt really good, but part of me went to this holding area.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And the part of me that went to this holding area was the part of me that wanted to go back and see the service.
I see.
You know what I mean? The part of me that went to the place that was really good didn't give a rat's ass about going back and seeing the service.
Oh, okay, because you felt so good up there, you're like, why bother? So you didn't want to
Well, and
leave that.
also it was a different part of me that went there. It
I
was
see.
the higher part of me, you know?
I see. So interesting. So you said you were partially maybe translucent looking. Is that correct?
The place was translucent.
Okay. Now, what color did you glow? What was your primary soul color? Do you remember?
It was
Like, what was your major color when you were on the other side?
I can't say the word for it. Lilac. That's it. Because it wasn't like purple.
Right.
But, you know, the light version. What do they call that?
Indigo, lilac, indigo?
Yeah, lilac. The lighter color of purple. You know?
That's neat. Well, that's really neat. So that was your main color, correct?
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful color, wasn't it? Now, you must have been a pretty evolved soul when you got on the other side. Did you find that out or what?
Well,
Did you
part of it
feel?
was, but part needed to go on.
Well, right.
And part did not do what it needed to do.
All right. What were you supposed to do?
Reincarnate.
Yeah, tell me, what were you supposed to do that part of you didn't do? What were you supposed to do? Do you remember? Was there something in that life you wish you could have changed? Maybe
There was an ego connection partially with my work.
Okay, so you were.
It hurt me when I was talking to you. And you asked me, like, who did you help? And I was like, oh, lots of people, blah, blah, blah. So there was too much of an ego connection.
And you felt that when you got on the other side, like maybe you had too much of an ego in that life?
There was definitely too much of an ego in that life.
But you felt pretty good because you were helping people, made you feel pretty confident, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't me who was helping people. I was just the vehicle.
I see.
For the help.
So you said the vehicle, what? You had help from a higher source? Is that what you're telling me?
It's the source that's doing the healing. I'm just, you know, the hands that are putting it out there.
So you found that out on the other side, that your ego wasn't really necessary because you were more or less the helper to the divine source that was healing the people. Is that what you're saying? In other words, you were the...
Yes, and I should have known that here.
Right, so you didn't realize that... I see. So your ego, what else did you do in that life you weren't happy with? Anything?
Also, sometimes not having patience with people.
Okay, well, that's another hard lesson, no doubt. That's a hard lesson. So ego, patience, what else?
Oh, I guess that I could have been miserly back then.
What did you say, miserly?
Yeah.
So you might have been cheap. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So you kind of saw that in that life, and you think...
I looked at, you know, the place that like I lived in and stuff. I mean, frugal to the point of being miserly, because I made good money back then.
Oh.
And if you could have seen, like, the way of what this shack looked like, you know?
So people would pay...
I had, like, 3 I had a coop full of chickens. I had this, I had that. I could have afforded a hell of a lot more.
And what happened to all your money when you died? Did somebody else get it, or what? Do you remember after death when you died? You see who took your money? What happened?
It's not like I had a will or anything like that.
Right. So did you hide it in the cabin, or where'd you hide it?
Oh. Oh, Christ, I had it, like, buried and stuff like that, so some of it just got, like, lost, was never recovered.
Well, let me ask you this.
People didn't find my bearings, and then other people, like, did find it, got it, you know.
Okay, that's very interesting. Now, when we look at a map, let's just look at a map from our mind's eye. We're far away from everything. It's about 1862 when you died. Where do you think your cabin was located? If you saw a big map of our country or another country, where would that red dot be? Where would that star be where your cabin was roughly? What state comes into your mind, or what territory, or what country, or where were you?
I'm down south, like around oh Christ, wait a minute. I think I'm down like around Texas.
Okay. Now, were you in West Texas or East Texas? Where on a?
I don't know. That I don't know.
Okay. But you said it was like cold, like snow, right? Are you sure it was
I
Texas?
thought I said that. How could it be Texas?
Well, it could have been. West Texas gets hit with a lot of snow. I know that. It could have been up north, West Texas.
Did I?
Yeah, Oklahoma, Kansas. But don't analyze it. Just kind of go with it, and we'll see where it goes. It's all right. It could have been Texas. I mean, yes, Texas does get snow on the far west, northwest, sure. So anyway, you think you got found, and they found you a couple of weeks later, probably. You saw your body translucent on the other side. Now, when you went to the other side or went through that tunnel of light, did anybody come to help you find out where to go, or did you just kind of wing it on your own? Do you remember seeing anybody come to meet you, any other spirits, or what?
My grandmother came, my father's mother.
Oh,
She had been my mother.
okay. So she came. Did your mother come too, or just your grandmother? Do you see? Did anybody else come? I know your grandmother. That's great. Is that all you needed, or what?
I see my mother, my father, my grandfather, my sister Kate,
Okay, nice.
my brother Jeff. I don't see my other siblings.
All right, let's look at your parents. If they turned to you and said your name, what would they say? Could you hear them in your mind? Like they say, oh, or maybe your grandmother said it, maybe your brother or sister said it, maybe your parents. Let them all yell your name out at once. What are they yelling?
Helena.
Say it again.
Helena.
Helena. There you go. That feel pretty good?
Yeah.
So not Heather, but something close. Helena, right?
Mm.
If they're all saying it, let's don't think about it. Let's just go with it. So I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. You're on the other side. You came back. Describe your service to me. Tell me what you remember. Was it a small gathering? Because it sounds like a lot of people you loved had already died. So how many people were there roughly?
It was not huge.
Right?
It was smaller because I was older too.
Well, that's right. Nobody was around, right?
But it was actually put on by somebody who I had helped.
Oh, nice. So somebody that you had helped in the past in your life
Yeah.
through the service for
Yeah,
you.
but I had stayed friends with this person over the years.
Nice. Okay. And what was there? What'd you
Put
cure?
it on for me.
Yeah, what'd you cure them of?
Her son had a issue.
Okay, what was wrong with her son?
Something in the stomach.
Okay. Something to do with the stomach. And what? You made something for him and gave it to him and it made him feel better or what?
Yeah, he had some abdominal pain. I can't think of the word.
So he had abdominal pains, cramps, colitis, IBS, Crohn's, one of those type early things. They didn't know
Oh, what's that thing that you have to get it removed? Appendix.
Oh,
He had problem with his appendix.
wow.
Fixed it.
And did you help him with that?
Yeah.
And did he live? Was he okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was a pretty nice thing to help that friend with her son, right?
Yeah.
What, let me ask you this. That's very interesting. So it was a small service, but she stayed friends with you. Now, describe when they came to get you. Was it a couple of guys, a couple of people? Who found you? Like, was your body, that was your spirit there watching them take you away or what?
Watching them taken from that spot.
Yeah, were you there or were you aware when they took your body away from that spot where you got thrown off the horse?
Yeah.
All right, who came to get you? What do you remember?
It was two young guys.
All right, so two young guys came by and what, saw your body?
Yeah, and they actually collected me then.
They what?
They, I used an old term, they picked me up then. I said collected me.
And then what, took you back to town or
Yeah.
what? Where did they take you? Where did they take your body? Do you remember?
That ended up being a problem.
Well, okay. Tell me about that.
Because of where to take me. You know, where should they take me? They didn't know. I mean, it wasn't like they had a morgue or
Oh, right, exactly. So what do they do? Do they just take you back to your cabin for a while, or do they take you downtown eventually, or what? Or do they just bury you right there?
I think they tried to take me to a doctor's office first. Because they were
Even though you were dead for a couple of weeks, they thought they might.
know what to do.
Well, that's it. Okay. Well, they were young. They didn't know any better, right? So what did the doctor do, or did you end up getting there or not?
The doctor figured it out what to do, so
All right.
I'm not sure what they did. The friend ended up taking me at her house because the doctor knew that the friend was a good friend and contacted her. If that's when I ended up at her house right away, but I know I ended up at the doctor's house first, so.
Okay, interesting. Now, they keep you on ice, or was it cold enough they just left you outside in the snow, or what did they do with your body?
Yeah, they leave me outside.
So they kind of stacked some snow on you, or what?
Didn't have ice.
So they buried you in some ice outside?
Just left me on a table outside.
Now, was your spirit and soul watching your body outside, or what? That's because you know that, correct?
I guess so,
I mean, you remember where they took you, and you were already dead, right?
yeah.
So let's kind of look at that scene, and they had this nice service for you, a little service. A friend of yours that you had helped her son. And then where did you go from there? Did you go back to that area where you were more translucent, on that holding area, or stepping area, or whatever you called it? Where did you go after your service?
I went to the translucent holding area.
You what?
I went to the translucent holding area.
All right, now what did you do in that holding area? How long did you stay in that? And I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. Let the images get clear and the memories are opening up for you. How long did you stay in that holding area?
We had to sort out what my biggest lessons were to correct.
Say that again.
And how I was going to correct them.
Okay, so did you have to speak to, let me ask you this. You knew in that life that you told us earlier that you felt you had a little too much ego. You weren't as patient with people as you thought you could have been. And I think there was one more thing that you were miserly and you didn't really have to be. Now, when you're on the other side, did you have any wise ones or guides helping you with this understanding? Or did that just come to you naturally on the other side? How did you come to that conclusion that you had too much of an ego and weren't patient?
No, you have guides that you meet with that talk to you about that stuff.
All right, tell me about your guides.
I'll help you with that.
All right, how many guides did you have that helped you? How many guides, roughly, do you remember?
5.
5 guides, and I want you to think back very carefully. You had 5 guides that helped you. What color were their souls? Were they all what color?
Blue.
So most of them had blue souls. What else?
I had blue, purple, gold.
Pretty. So you had a blue. How many blues? Like, I want you to. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go. We're going to go in front of them. They're going to be sitting. 2 blue, and what else?
2 blue, 1 purple, and 1 gold.
So is there 4 or 5?
There's 5.
All right, so you just said you had 2 blues, 1 purple, 1 gold. Was there another purple or gold in there we're not counting?
Another gold.
Another what?
Gold.
Another gold. Okay. Now, what were those golds? Were they angels or were they just very evolved spirit guides?
They're the higher spirit guides.
So they're higher than purple even?
Yeah.
So that's what you feel. So let's do this. I'm going to count from 3 to 1. And every time I count down, you're going to stand in front of this council and then you're going to look up and you're going to look at all of them. So I'm going to go from 3. You're drifting down deeper and deeper and you're feeling the images getting clearer. 2, clearer and clearer. 1, I want you to look at this council and tell me a little bit about them. What do you know about them? Have you had them in other lives before or not? Do you recognize any of them that you might have talked to before, or are they with you all the time?
Blue and purple are always with me through every life.
So the blue soul, the 2 blues or 1 blue? Because you said there was 2.
Usually I get 2 blues and I get 2 purples.
Okay.
Life.
Now this time you
Every
what?
life I get those.
All right, this life you had 2 blues.
I got a couple purples.
Gotcha.
I got a couple golds being in this life.
Couple of gold, which normally you just have blues and purples. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Now let's look at this life, and I want you to drift down deeper and deeper. Are they speaking to you telepathically? Do you feel their questions entering your mind?
They talk to me now in my present life.
All right, so they come and speak to you now in this current life?
Yes. They guide me.
All right, so they help you not only in the other side, but you feel they also help you in this life.
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's look at that. I want you to tell me on the other side as you're kind of standing there with these 5 in front of you. Are they sitting at a table, or are they standing, or what?
They're standing.
All right, they're standing. This is a meeting. Now, look at yourself when you're on the other side right there. You got the 2 blues, the purple, and the 2 golds. That's your counsel in this life review. Tell me what color your soul is you stand in front of them.
Me in this life?
In that life you're in, talking to the spirit guides, look down at yourself. And what color are you?
What color am I? Not like.
On the other side.
On the other side.
You know, when you're in front of the council, I want you to look down at your feet or your body and tell me what color it is. Like, don't think about it. Just kind of come up. What color are you? What color is your energy primarily?
Green.
Good. So you're green, and you have 2 blue souls that are evaluating you, and 1 purple and 2 golds. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Now, as you're standing there and you see yourself green, is it a dark green with a little blue, or is it all green, or what is it?
Kind of a medium green, like a Kelly green, I guess.
Okay, do you see any blue on the tinges or not?
No.
All right, that's fine. So it's a pretty green, kind of like I guess you said a Kelly green. I'm not sure what that looks like, but you would know. So anyway, let's look at that.
Or yellow green.
Okay, well, let's look at that life. Now, a couple of things you said. They said, I want you to tell me what they said. Give me the words they used. Do you remember what they said about some of the lessons you might not have passed, and tell me what you passed?
good heart and love,
Good heart and love.
wanting
Good.
to like help people,
Okay, good.
you know, and like confidence.
Gotcha. Now, tell me a little bit about the ego and the patience. Well, they didn't think you did.
Yeah,
They said that was really
but
okay. Was that the hard lessons?
yeah, but the things that I did not pass was having ego around my work and sometimes not seeing where they or the universe was like stepping in and doing the work, and I wasn't doing the work, that I was taking credit for something that I wasn't actually doing, you know.
Very interesting. But at the time in that life, you weren't. I presume you weren't really aware that you weren't doing the work. You didn't know that some divine God was or spirit was working through you. Did you in that life or not really?
Well, it's almost like you do, but it's sort of like if you own a company and your company is doing really great work and you start to become egotistical about the work that your employees are doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you took credit a
Yeah,
lot. There was a lot of people behind the scenes helping you on the other side, right?
exactly.
I got you. I understand. So you didn't. So it was like you kind of said, "Hey, this is my company. I did it all," and they're on the other side going, "Wait a minute, we supported you the whole way, right?"
So I knew that like juice was being fed like through me, that I wasn't this person that was going up there and, you know, I was willing this energy to like come through my hands, and it was
Oh,
me
okay.
that was generating this energy, but that I was allowing the universe to like send energy like through me, you
Right.
know,
I
when
see.
I was sending energy out, you know.
Yes, yes.
And some stuff I learned from my grandmother when it came to recipes for ailments, you know, natural recipes for things that you would gather from nature.
Oh,
And the
okay.
way that I poisoned somebody was I screwed up and grabbed like the wrong berries,
Okay.
and it was something that very much looked like it was a different berry, but it ended up that it was a poisonous berry. And it was
Right.
like it was a screw up, and it was my old age, and my vision wasn't very good. And
Okay.
this is something that I actually just realized. Yeah.
Well, that's
And
very
that was another ego thing where I couldn't recognize stuff. Like your eyesight's getting bad. No, it's not. I'm still young. Like you have to recognize that you're getting older, you know?
Now, that's interesting. Let me ask you this, because you were out riding your horse at 84. That's pretty darn impressive, and running the horse. Let me ask you this. When this energy came through you, not only did it help the person that you were healing or helping to heal, but I presume it also helped you. You had some of the energy left over in you to help you live longer and healthier. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a reciprocal type thing. In other words, you're helping someone, but you're also getting some good benefit from it as well. Is that correct?
Right.
So, but the ego said, you know what, I kind of know what I'm doing here. If I grab the wrong bottle, you know, so I can see that. I can see where, maybe they obviously felt on the other side when you went to I presume that was your counsel to review that life, that they said, hey, look, we were right there doing the work. And you took a lot of the credit instead of, realizing that was all of us together, right?
Mm.
Well, that's interesting. Now, you did well, though. I mean, you had a good heart. You spent your life trying to help people. Yes, your ego might have been a little bigger than you wanted. And the patience, it's hard to find patience when people maybe are, not moving quick enough or whatever, reacting to your comments and suggestions enough. But all in all, so did you? kind of move forward and kind of go. And where did you go from there after your meeting? Where do you remember? Like after you went over the whole life review, where did you go after that? And I want you just to relax and see what comes to your mind.
So, I had been blessed with an easy life.
You what?
That I was blessed with an easy life this time.
So you were blessed, say it again, you were blessed with what?
I had been blessed with a very easy life that last life.
Oh, in that life, so that was pretty easy.
And I was really miserly, though, with money. There were times when people came to me and they needed help financially, and I wouldn't help them out, you know, and I should have. And in the next life, I was hit with a tough life.
Well, let's look at...
I married someone and had like a boatload of kids, like too many kids. Way too many kids. And worked like a dog to take care of all these kids.
And that was the life after that life?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about that life. Where was that located? Do you remember? What location does it feel like?
This one is in New England.
Okay, it was in New England and you were married. And how many, think back, how many kids roughly? 5, 6, 7, 8, do you remember?
Not like 12.
Well, that's quite a few, no doubt.
Yeah.
And you're in New England. Let me guess. I mean, let's say that was after that last life in 1862, roughly. How long till you incarnated back out? How long did you stay on the other side after your life review? When did you come right back? How long? How many years do you think it was in Earth years?
Before I came back and
Yeah, into that New England life. How long was it? What kind of a time span? You're on the other side in that other life where you're like a medicine healing woman. You had your life review. You didn't really go into detail about where you went from there, and you started describing this New England life. But if you look at the birth of your New England life and the other side life where you got reviewed, how much time was in between there? Do you remember before you came back again and got married?
I don't think it was a long time. I mean, I think I was back by like 63.
So you think you came back. Let's look at that New England life. All right? If you had to narrow it down to a state, what state would that have been in? And was that life after your medicine woman life? Was that life afterward? Do you remember?
After that,
All right, it was after that. Now, look at your birth. What year do you think you were born when you came into that New England life? Roughly. Was it still the 1800s? Was it early 1900s? When was it?
no, that's the 1900s.
So you think you came back when you were born, based on what you remember. Was it not what year? What year?
Well, I'm born like 1902.
All right, 1902. And you feel pretty comfortable. That's what you remember when you went through that New England life. Like that's kind of what your parents said. Maybe they had birth certificates in, I don't know. But you feel pretty close. It was around 1902 you were born in that New England life where you had 12 children. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Well, that's fine. And you're up there. Now, what state? Think about it. You got New England in front of you. There's a bunch of little states up there. What state was it? Do you remember? What feels...
Connecticut.
Which one?
Connecticut.
Oh, it was Connecticut. Okay. Do you remember the town you were near or lived in? What town were you born in? Or what town did you spend the most time in where you had all these kids? What town was that?
Deerfield?
Say it again.
Maybe Deerfield?
Or is Deerfield in your...
my head.
Are Deerfields in your head?
Deerfield, Connecticut.
Okay. There may be. I don't know. So you feel like that. You had 12 children. And let's go into that life. Can you see your house? Can you picture your house for me? Did you live in more than one in that life, or did you live in a couple?
No, lived in one house.
All right. What did your husband do? Did he work?
Yeah.
All right. And what did he do for a living? Do you remember? And I want you to...
It was more like agriculture.
Okay. Did you guys have a farm, or did he work for somebody that had a big spread, or what?
Yeah. No, I think we had a farm.
And do you remember, tell me, go outside of that farm. I want you to look around out that back door of the house, if you had one, or the front door. And tell me what you see. Do you have a lot of acres? What kind of animals?
Cows.
So you had cows. Did you have a bunch of them? How many do you remember? What was the most you ever had at one time?
Yeah, I think it was milking cows.
All right, so was your husband like a meat dairy farmer?
Mostly dairy.
Okay. So you had plenty of milk to give those 12 kids, right?
Yeah.
That sounds like a neat life. Was it hard work?
Yeah. Very hard work.
So it was hard work. So he had to tend to the cows. You were kind of in charge of those 12 children. So you both...
Oh, I also had to work on the farm, too.
And you had to work on the farm, too. So that must have been a tough, tough life. Was it pretty tiring?
It was horrible.
Were you tired all the time, pretty much?
Yeah.
And I guess your husband was, too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Now, once you go into that life, you have 12 children. You got a nice farm. It's a lot of hard work for everyone. Did the kids help on the farm as they got older, help milk some cows?
Yeah, when they were young, I started.
Now, did a lot of them take off and go other places, other jobs as they got older?
Yeah.
All right, I want you to go into that life. I want you to continue in. Do you see yourself at 40 years of age? Do you see yourself at 40?
Okay.
Kind of, yeah, see yourself. Do you see yourself like middle age, 30s, 40s back then, going in? Do you see yourself?
Yeah.
Do you see yourself at 50?
I think so.
Do you see yourself at 50?
No.
Okay, now how old are you when you think you'd pass away?
I think like 45.
45, okay. So, 45 years of age, what was your name? Like if you had to see all your kids in the kitchen, they're going, it's maybe your husband. The kids would probably call you mom or mother. What'd your husband call you? What was his name for you? All right, so your name was Elsa. That's nice. That's a pretty common name back then, I guess. What was your husband's name?
Seth.
Seth. So it was Elsa and Seth. And what was your last name? Do you remember?
Conroy.
So Seth and Elsa Conroy, does that sound right?
Yeah.
Good. Now, you live in Connecticut. And what town do you think you were near again?
I think Deerfield.
All right, Deerfield. And what was your name again?
I think Elsa.
Okay, well, that's good. We'll just go with it. Now, I'm not going to ask for all the 12 kids' names because that's a lot of kids. How many of their names do you remember?
Danny and Sharon. Oliver. Keith.
What was the last one?
Keith.
Keith. Okay, that's 4. Any others?
Brian.
Okay. Any others come to mind?
Linda.
All right. Any others?
Mary.
Nice. Any others?
Joe.
Nice. Can you, take your time. Take your time. Is there any others that pop into your mind that you didn't name yet?
Kathleen.
Is that all you can remember right now?
Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty good amount. My goodness. Let me ask you this. What year did you die? You said you lived to be 45. Do you remember the year?
No.
All right. Well, let's not get emotionally involved. You're just drifting down deeper and deeper. So at age 45, what do you think you died from? How'd you die? How'd you pass away? You're not getting emotional. You're just going to that day. What happened?
My heart.
Okay, so your heart gave out. Do you remember what month it was? Was it cold, warm, or do you remember?
I think I had a heart attack. It was a hot day.
It was a hot day. Do you remember what month?
August.
So August. Do you remember what day?
Sunday.
August, Sunday. Okay, was it early in the month, later in the month? What day did that Sunday fall on, do you think? Or no, well, you know what day it fell on. What day of the month was that day in August? Do you remember? Think about it a little bit. Take your time. So you believe it was a Sunday, August 23rd. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Or was it a Sunday? I forgot. What did you say? Was it, what day was it again?
I think it was a Sunday.
All right. So you think it was Sunday, August 23rd. I want you to remove the 19. And what year did you pass away? What year was it roughly? What do you
I
remember?
don't know.
Okay, that's all right. That's all right. Well, you still feel you were born in 1902. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. You died probably in 1946, roughly, give or take, right? 46, 47, whatever. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Now, when you passed away and had a heart attack, what happened then? You're not getting emotional, just observing that life, that death. What happened? Did you fall on the floor? Were you in bed? Where were you? Were you outside? Where were you?
No, I was working in the barn.
So you're working in the barn. And tell me, what were you doing in the barn that led up to the heart attack?
I was with one of the cows.
You're with one of the cows, okay. Were you milking it, or what was wrong with it? Was it sick, or what?
I think I was milking it because I was on a stool next to it.
Okay, and
I
okay.
lost the stool, but it was a horribly hot day.
And you were tired. What time of day was it, you think?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Was it afternoon?
Yeah, I think it was the afternoon.
Okay. And it was just hotter than heck. Is that true?
Yeah.
So you were kind of overheated, obviously.
Yeah.
You were tired, and your heart just gave out. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Now, tell me about that. When I go from 3 to 2 to 1, each time number down, 3, the memories are getting clear. You're not getting emotional. You're drifting down deeper and deeper, and not getting emotional. 2, seeing that scene clearly when you fell over. 1, you fell over, then what happened? Did you see yourself come out of your body?
Yeah.
All right, kind of look at that. We're not getting emotional. We're just observing. And what'd you do then? You saw yourself come out. How'd you feel? Did you feel like I'm not dead? Did you feel like I was dead? Did you feel not sick or feel like your heart was hurt anymore? What'd you feel? Describe that moment.
I was just watching.
Okay. So were you standing outside of your body? Did the milk pail fall over and everything else, or what? What did the cow do? How did the cow react when you just all of a sudden died? Did it scare him, or did he just stand there eating hay, or what?
He was a little bit startled.
Okay.
He was aware of the life leaving my body.
Could he see yourself? Do you think he saw your soul? Did he see your spirit, or did he just sense it? Did it make him a little...
I think he felt the life leave me, I think was what it was.
You think he saw your spirit leave your body, is what you're saying?
No, I think he felt the life leave me, that he had the feeling of it.
I see. So he had a feeling of your life when you were alive, your life force. And then when you died, he felt that left. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Now, while you're standing there looking at your body, who came in and saw you laid on the ground? Who found you first?
My husband.
And what did he do when you saw him come in? What did he do? And you're not getting emotional.
Right.
What did he do?
He cried.
Okay, was he trying to, did he try to resuscitate you a little, or did he know you already were dead, or what?
I think at first he tried to get me to move.
Yeah.
But it dawned on him pretty quickly because I think he could feel that I wasn't alive, and
Oh, that's tough. Well, remember, you're not getting emotionally involved. Now, what happened? Take me to what happened after that. When he found your body, then what? Did he take you somewhere, or where did you go? What happened? What happened after that?
He took me somewhere.
Okay, now where did he take you? Do you remember?
They did it.
Who did it? Where did they take you?
He took me to a church, and the church handled a viewing and a funeral.
Okay, what religion were you in that life?
It was something Christian,
Okay.
but I'm not sure what. It wasn't Catholic.
Were you Catholic or Christian?
I think it was some sort of Protestant faith.
I see. All right, so you were at the church. Did you see your funeral too? Did you stay for that?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, tell me about the funeral. What do you?
It wasn't very big. I mean, mostly you just got family at those things because other people work, you know.
Well, that's nice. I mean, that's pretty.
They had to take care of.
So were your children sad too? Was there any children in particular that you missed the most? Who are you closest to out of the 12? Do you have any names? Were there any kids?
Mary.
Which one?
Mary and I were very close.
Okay. Any others?
Kathleen.
All right. So Mary and Kathleen. Any others?
And Joe.
And Joe. Now we don't normally. And any others? Or was there too many?
They were the older ones.
I see. So you enjoyed so they were older, they were more mature, and you just knew them longer too. Is that correct? Or were they just more helpful around the farm, and that was one of the reasons you liked them more than changing diapers or something?
But you could also talk to them more, you know.
You were able to talk to them more, right? They were older children, right?
Right, more mature.
Right. I understand. That makes sense because you had them since birth, and you had a long children upbringing with them, right?
Right.
That's great. Now tell me about that funeral. You said the kids went, the parents went, maybe a couple of friends, and it was pretty small, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else you want to tell me about that life? I know it sounds like it was a lot of hard work, obviously. It was hot. When you passed away, did you feel, tell me how you felt. When you're standing there outside of your body looking down, were you hot anymore or were you not hot anymore? How'd you feel? Did you feel better?
I wasn't hot when I was outside my body.
Yeah, and how'd that feel? Did you feel like, my God, I feel better? I'm not as tired and hot?
I remember just kind of a feeling of detachment.
All right, so you felt detached.
I was outside it.
So you stared at that body and knew it served you at one time, but you weren't really attached to it. You didn't try to get back in it to finish milking that cow, I guess.
No.
You had no desire to get back in that body and finish milking. Is that right?
Not at all.
Okay, well, that's what I'm trying to get at. So you felt like, wow, that was a really, really hard life. I've gone out with a heart attack. I'm standing here staring at myself. I'm not hot anymore. My heart's not hurting, obviously, because I'm not having a heart attack anymore. That's over. What else did you feel in that moment? Did you feel free, or what did you feel? I mean, you must have missed your
Yeah,
kid. You must have missed your kids and husband.
Partially free.
You must have missed your kids and husband somewhat, or some, obviously.
Yeah.
But you felt like this burden being taken off you of the hard work and the heat. Is that correct?
Yeah. I was, definitely felt like the burden was lifted.
Felt like you kind of got that yoke off your shoulders, huh?
No more work, which is good.
Well, let's do that. We went to the funeral. You had a small funeral. It was nice, though, I guess. Where'd your spirit go after that? Anybody come to meet you? Like, did you stay there or wander around the farm for a while? Or did somebody come and take you somewhere?
I was there for a bit because I was worried about my youngest kids.
I see. And how old were your youngest at that time when you were 45? How old were they?
They weren't very old.
2, 3, 1, 4?
The youngest ones were... Youngest one was... 3 when I passed away.
All right, then what about the next one above that? How old was that next child that was a little bit older?
Next one above it was 6.
So 3, 6, and what about the third? Then we'll stop. What was the age of the one above the 6-year-old?
Was 8.
All right, what was the 3-year-old's name?
We called her Bitsy.
What?
We called her Bitsy.
I didn't get that. Say it again.
We called her Bitsy.
You called her 50?
Bitsy. Bitsy.
I see. And what was the 6-year-old's name?
Alex.
Okay. Well, that's good. So they were young and you stayed around. How long did you stay around? Do you remember? Before you left and went somewhere when you thought maybe they'd be okay. How long did you stay around the farm?
Oh. I was there for a good year.
Okay, so your spirit stayed there for a year. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And what'd you do? Kind of watch and walk around the farm and kind of make sure everybody's getting fed and kind of watched your husband. Okay, so you hung out as this ghost at the farm. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this: did any of the animals ever say, "Whoa, there she is, and she's now not solid anymore"? Any of the animals sense your presence, or what? Dogs, cows, anything? Cats?
The cows and horses.
They what?
Cows and horses.
So they got a little nervous when your spirit came around?
They didn't get nervous. No.
Because they kind of knew
They knew that you were there.
They knew you were there. Okay, they sensed your
They
presence.
knew me, so.
So they didn't understand you weren't in a physical body, but they still knew your energy. Is that correct?
Yeah. I mean, they were cool with me because they knew me, you know.
Okay, that's interesting. Now, when you saw your spirit, were you like totally invisible, or could you make yourself sort of visible sometimes? Like, did you ever walk through the house and try to knock something over to get somebody's attention, or what?
I didn't have that kind of strength.
So when you came out, you didn't have the strength or the talent or the training as a ghost to like shut the door, or throw a book on the floor, or anything like that. Is that correct?
I would not have been able to do that. I wouldn't have had a clue.
Did you ever like try to go up to hug your
It
husband?
wasn't something that I like wanted to do, I don't think. You know?
Well, let me ask you this. Did you ever go up to your daughter and put your hand on her shoulder, or try to hug your husband again, or what?
I used to go and sometimes like go and touch them, but they never told me.
All right, so you tried to take your energy and go inside them to let you know you were still around. Is that correct?
I took my energy and what?
Did you try to get close to them or go inside them? Could you go inside them to let them feel you or not?
No, I couldn't go inside them.
All right, but you could go up next to them as a spirit, but you're saying they didn't notice you?
No.
Okay. But did you try that, or after a while did you just give up, or just keep trying it till you left?
I don't know.
All right. So you think you stayed there for about a year. After a year, did you feel pretty comfortable as a spirit or a ghost that they'd probably make it and you could move on, or what?
Yeah.
All right. Now, when you were ready to move on after that year period of hanging out at the farm, where would you stay at night? Like all the kids and your husband went to his bed and the kids went to theirs. What'd you do? What'd you do at night when everybody went to sleep?
I don't know.
Like, did you try to lay down or sit in a chair and just kind of hang out, or did you crawl
I
back?
don't know.
You never crawled back in your husband's bed and just laid there as a ghost, or not? You don't remember?
I don't think I felt that way about him anymore at that point. Like,
So you didn't feel like,
wanted to-
yeah, you didn't feel that intimacy need or anything at that point.
No.
You just saw him as somebody that was in your life in that life. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's not like I would have wanted to do that
Okay.
with him.
Okay.
Be like, oh, I miss like sleeping next to him.
Right. You figured 12 kids was
I
enough.
was like his coworker on the farm.
Gotcha.
Know?
And after 12
And
kids.
I had 12 kids with him, but that was basically to suit his needs. Because after like the first, I think like 5, I wasn't into him anymore.
Okay.
You know?
I understand. Yep, that's a lot of kids. Well, let me ask you this. After that year time period, did somebody come to get you? Was it a departed relative or parent, or who came to help you get somewhere else? Do you remember going somewhere else after that?
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to move across.
Well, after that year period, you were ready to go. Was it hard to go somewhere else, or did you just kind of walk around and say, what do I do now?
No, I don't think that I was able to do that.
Okay, so what happened then while you're on the farm? Were you stuck or what? Or did any other ghosts come to their spirits say, hey, let's go? How did you get off that farm? Who helped you? Who did?
An ancestor.
An aunt did?
From the other
Okay.
side.
Okay. So some aunt came and she showed you the way out. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So she came and helped you. Was it your mother's side or your dad's side? Who was the aunt's side on?
My mother's side.
All right, so your aunt, your mother's sister, correct?
It was my mother's aunt.
Oh, your mother's aunt. Okay, your great aunt, I guess. Is that your great aunt, I guess? What, so she came to help you. Now, were your parents still alive when you died?
No, they were deceased.
Both of them were gone, okay. So they didn't come for you, but the aunt did. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Did you see your parents on the other side, or did you not get along with them as well?
I saw them on the other side, but I was actually closer to this aunt.
Okay. So you were closer to the aunt. Did she help raise you too or not?
Yes.
Did your parents not treat you very well back in 1902 or 5 or what?
No, the aunt never married. And she lived with my parents.
I see.
And so she helped care for me.
Okay.
And she used to treat me really special, you know?
Well, that was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that kind of made up for what your parents weren't doing. Is that correct? Were your parents pretty... How many kids?
When you're a little kid, that's just like, it's a cool thing to have an aunt that treats you. So,
I bet it is.
you know.
I'm sure it is. Let me ask you this. How many kids did your parents have? How many brothers and sisters do you remember having?
There were 4 of us.
Okay. So 4 of you, and you were closer to this aunt, and she lived with you. And what did your father do for a living? Do you remember?
He was a businessman.
Okay. And what kind of business do you think he was in? Do you remember? What do you
I
think?
don't know. I just remember seeing him in office.
Okay. Now, how old were you when you...
Oh, I think he worked at a bank.
Okay. Now, how old were you when you left your house and got married? Do you remember?
I met him when I was young.
All right. Well, how old roughly?
My parents didn't want me to marry him,
Okay.
and I did.
I got you.
But I was just a teenager.
14, 15? 14, 15, 16,
Yeah,
what?
probably like 14.
And how old were you when you had your first child?
Yeah.
Because you had 12.
14, 15 years old. I mean, I was young
Gotcha.
when I had the first one.
And then you went off to the farm. Did your husband inherit the farm from his family or what? How'd your husband get the farm? Or did he save money, or how did it happen?
No, I think it was his dad's farm.
Okay.
Yeah. We moved there. His parents were still there.
Okay. Now, how'd you get along with his parents? They like you, or just kind of say, oh, all right, whatever? Or are they just glad you brought them some grandkids?
They were okay. They were older. Like a lot older. You know?
All right. So it was kind of fun having a younger girl in the house, have a little grandkid, and they probably enjoyed that, didn't they?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. How old was your husband in comparison to you, do you think? You were 14. What was he?
Like 30?
All right. So he was about 15 years older, 16 years older, roughly?
Mm.
That sound about right? Okay. Now I want you to drift down and deeper as these memories open up. Your aunt came to get you. When she came to get you, how was she dressed, or did she look like a ghost, or how'd you know it was the aunt? Did she show you what she looked like when you knew her, or how did you recognize her?
She looks exactly the same.
Was she solid when you were a spirit, or was she a ghost too, like you? I mean, obviously she's a ghost, but did she look more solid or about the same as you, and you both were invisible in a sense, but could see each other? Tell me about that.
Her hair. I recognized her by her hair.
Okay. What color was her hair?
She had this white, long hair.
Wow.
You know, when she was older.
Okay.
And I recognized her by the long white hair.
Isn't that neat? Now, where did you two go? Where did she take you? Tell me where she took you. Where did you end up?
It took me to the judging place.
I'm sorry, say it again.
To the judging place.
To the judging place?
Yeah, to the judging place.
So it was a place where what? They reviewed that life?
Where they review your life.
Okay. So tell me about, I want you to go there. We're going to count from 3, drifting down deeper and deeper. 2, memories opening up even more. 1, all of a sudden you're standing there and your mind's eye opens up. How many council members were on this council?
I just had 4.
You think you had 4, okay. And what colors were they?
I had 2 blue and 2 purple.
2 blue and 2 purple, okay. Now let me ask you this. Were these same guides, these same council members, were they the same ones from that life before?
Well, I only had 1 purple on the council in the last one.
Right, 1 purple. Now you have 2.
Other purple.
Good point.
But it's one of the purple, yeah, and the 2 blue from before, yeah.
Okay. Well, let's look at that life. And they're going to talk to you, I guess, telepathically and talk about that life. How do they think you did in that life as a mother with 12 children?
But I still need to work on that patience thing.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Do they think you didn't have enough patience in that life either?
No.
Now, is that because why? What made them feel that way with 12 children? I mean, my goodness, that's a hard life. Milking cows, it's hot, you got 12 kids, you're working on the farm. Tell me where you fell short with patience in that life. Say it again?
They say I chose those circumstances.
So they felt that you could...
I said that too, and they said, yes, but you chose that.
All right, but where did you fall? Did they give you any examples of where you weren't patient enough? Do you have any examples?
There's lots of areas that I wouldn't be patient with the animals when I was out with them in the barn because I was so tired and the animals didn't do anything. You know what I mean? And I'd like yell at the cow or something because I was tired, you know?
Okay.
So, yeah.
Now, were they also saying you were impatient with maybe your children or husband when you were hot?
Yes.
Would you yell at them a little bit when you were hot and tired?
The kids and the husband. But
Okay.
at least maybe the kids and husband had done something.
They did what?
At least possibly the kids or husband had done something.
Right. Well, patience and what else? Any other things they wanted you to work on in other lives or what? Any other areas where they think you might have been, besides patience?
Yeah, there is stuff besides patience. I'm trying to get to it.
You say it again?
I said there is stuff besides patience. I'm trying to get to it.
Okay. Anything you can see in your mind that are telling you?
No, I can't see it. I know there's other...
Well, they knew you had a hard life.
Yeah.
Did you pass a bunch of lessons? Maybe patience you didn't do as well on, but what about the other lessons you signed up for? Did you do pretty well on a few of them?
I'm trying to figure out how I did on the ego thing.
Okay.
And that, I'm getting that, I don't know. I can't see it.
Well, you know what? Let's think about it. Let's just relax and drift down deeper and deeper. We have these 4 council members sitting in front of you. You're standing there or sitting there and they're in front of you. I'm going to be at your side in this one. I'm going to come to this council meeting. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm going to go to the council meeting. I'm going to ask the council specifically. And we're going to see if they nod their head up and down or do a thumbs up or thumbs down or kind of equal. Okay? How did she do in her life with ego in that life? What are they doing? Are they nodding their heads up and down, sideways?
Well, I'm getting the hand shaking from side to side, like so.
So you think you still had an ego in that life? Is that what they're telling you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can't argue with them. I mean, they're the guides in your council, right? Now let's look at the council you have in front of you. Okay, look at all 4 of them. Do the council members know who I am, and are they glad I'm helping you with this today? Are they nodding their heads up and down or sideways?
Yeah. No. Up and down.
Up and down. So they all know me pretty well?
Yeah.
Okay. Have I worked with any of them before? Are they saying yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's go forward. They said that patient thing. Where did you go after that? Where did you go after they did that life review? Do you remember? Where did you go from there?
For a short stint here.
I'm sorry?
For a short stint here.
Yes. And then you came back in this life you're in now, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, well that makes sense. I mean, we couldn't fit much more in between there. Now, let's sit in front of that council. We're in this life now, okay? And you're drifting down deeper and deeper. And in this life, you took a pretty hard life. You've had MS for what, 29 years now?
Yeah.
Give or take. How old are you now? Can I ask that?
Sure. 57.
67 or 57?
57.
57, okay. So you've had MS for 29 years in this life. Do they think this has been a much harder life for you or what?
They don't think it's been too bad.
Well, let me ask you this. Do they feel like you've been you took this harder life because of realizing that with this disease that you would have to find more patients with, people helping you or something and things like that? Did you take another lessons of patience in this life? Another lesson of patience and ego?
The reason why I got this disease was because it was going to force me to slow down.
Okay.
So that I could actually, do some of the things
I see.
I had wanted to do.
Okay.
Before.
So they wanted you you took this life to slow yourself down so you would be able to work on some of these other lessons and kind of reflect and look at that. Is that right?
Yeah.
And it's working, I think, right?
And do some of the things that I wanted to do.
Yep. So by slowing you down, by you accepting that role as a person living with MS, you've been able to relax and learn more than you might have if you weren't slowed down. Is that correct?
Yeah, do self-healing work, get into meditation.
Yes.
Do
So you've been growing and evolving as a soul because you were slowed down enough to have the time to do it.
Right.
Well, I think that's great.
Right.
I think that's good. And you do a lot of meditation now, and I know you like crystals, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's very good. Well, I think that's good. I mean, sometimes that hard life that slows us down is the one that gets us best on our spiritual path, right?
Very true. You know?
So you feel inside, based on your going inward with meditation, the things you're into now that you can do now because you slowed down, you feel like you're more on a spiritual path than before. Is that correct?
Very much so.
Good. Well, that's very important. Isn't that nice to know that?
Yes.
Now, I want you to drift down and relax even more. Drift down deeper and deeper. I want you to feel that pain, the weakness from the MS. I want to feel your energy and your muscles starting to revitalize. I want you to start to feel this in your own body. I want you to feel that pain dissipate in those areas in your mind's eye that were reddened. And I'm going to send this recording to you, and when you listen to it, it will bring these memories even clearer to you, and you will be able to see the path you've been on now over the last several lives. And how you've taken a hard life this time to find that slowing down. And you did have hard lives before. We're not going to discount that, the 12 kids and the hard work on the farm. But that wasn't a slow life. That didn't slow you down. You were working more sun up to sundown, right? So this time it's hard, but it's a different hard. And it's a hard that gives you also that opportunity to go inside and find yourself and realize these things you want to work on now. Is that right?
Yeah.
So I'm glad you're doing that. And I think when I send you this recording, you're going to feel more relaxed. You're going to realize you're on your right path. You're going to continue to meditate and go within and, continue to allow yourself to feel this new strength, because this tape will help you going forward. You're going to start to feel the pain starting to lessen. You're going to feel more of a sense of calm and peace inside. That's, even greater than you found through meditation or tapes or recordings on the internet. So I want you to drift down deeper and deeper and feel this strength and power coming in. Knowing you have angels around you. Now, while you're laying there, I want you to relax and sink down deeper and deeper. And I want you to tell me, do you feel any angels in the room with you now? Can you see any if we call some in?
Yeah.
All right, I want you to tell me what angels are in the room with you right now. Can they tell you their name?
Gabriel.
All right, so we have Gabriel, good. And what is he, when you see him in your mind's eye, as you're drifting down deeper and deeper, describe to me what Gabriel looks like to you. So he looks like he has some blue. And how big is he? How tall is he?
Pretty big.
Yeah, does he feel powerful? Can you feel his energy if he comes over? And let's ask Gabriel. Can Gabriel put his hand on your shoulder for me?
Yeah.
So while he has his hand on your shoulder, I want him to see if he'll pump some energy into you, even more and above what we just did helped you with that golden divine light. Can you feel some energy coming down through you?
Yeah.
Good. And how's it feel?
Protective.
What does it feel like?
Protective.
So it feels good. Is that right?
Yes.
Does it feel like you know you can call on him when you feel weak or you feel you need someone?
Definitely.
Now, is he an angel that you've worked with before, do you think? You know him from the other side a little bit?
Yeah, I know him a little bit.
Good. Now let's ask, is there any other angels in the room? Like, can we bring in Jesus or Mother Mary? Will they come?
Oh, you can bring in whoever you want.
Okay.
I
Well, let me
call
bring
in all sorts of people.
All right, well, let's say Jesus.
Bring in Ganesha, too.
Ganesha, okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, bring in Ganesha, bring in Jesus, and describe them to me when you see them in the room.
Okay, so Ganesha is red.
Okay.
Alright. And Jesus brings in a green, like, healing type of energy.
All right. And let's see if Jesus will put his hand on your shoulder or touch your hand. And tell me which he does. Touch your shoulder, touch your hand. And I want you to tell me what his energy feels like.
Purifying.
It's what?
It's purifying.
Do you feel his energy helping to purify you?
Yeah, it's like it's clearing, you know what I mean?
Good. And does it feel good to clear and remove some of those blocks or whatever?
Yeah.
So let him keep his hand. Has he got his hand on your hand or your shoulder? Which one?
It's his fingertip is touching my fingertip.
Oh, good.
It's like this real, I don't know, way to interact with, like, extraterrestrials or something.
So it feels pretty purifying and powerful. Is that right?
Yeah, it does.
Good. Well, let's let that do it. Is there any other? Is there any particular? I know the ant came for you, the great ant. But is there any other spirit guides now in this life that watch you a lot more in this life than in other lives? Is there anybody else? I know we got Gabriel. We had Jesus come in. Is there any other angels or saints that might help you in this life, or like Ganesh? Any other ones that help you in this life?
So there's a Greek saint, actually, who's a saint of health, I mean, who helps me out a lot, and it's Saint Paralambos.
Oh, and what's the name?
Paralambos, which actually you can just call him Saint Harry, because that would be his name in English.
I see.
So,
If you had to spell,
a lot.
if we had to write out his last name in your mind, how would you spell that? Can you see the spelling or not?
Yeah.
All right, spell it slowly for me and loud.
Haralambos.
Okay, and that's what, an F on the end you said?
No, Bos.
I see. But he likes to be known as Saint Harry. Is he from, you said Greece?
Yeah.
Okay. Was he a Greece, and he's a saint, is that correct?
Exactly.
Good. So he comes and helps you with healing with your MS in this life. Is that correct?
Exactly.
So you can call him in when you're meditating. You could bring him in. You could bring Gabriel in. You could bring Jesus in. And they will come to you and help you with healing and relaxation. Is that right?
Yeah.
And will they also help you with the MS, the progression of it?
Nature.
No, I'm saying will they help slow down the MS progression is what I'm asking.
Oh, do they help this?
Yes, can they help you with that as well?
Sure.
Well, I would bring him in. I'd bring him in every darn day and see if you can halt the spread. Is that something you want to work toward?
Well, it's something that I've been working on. So
Well, good.
So good.
Good. Meditation, crystals, bringing in Gabriel and all of them can help.
Any drugs to slow it down. And so far, I've gone a year and a half without anything to slow it.
Wow.
Medicine-wise.
Nice.
And I'm so far holding out, you know.
Very good. I'm very proud of you. That's not an easy thing to do, I'm sure. And how, let me go. I want you to drift down deeper. I want you to feel that golden light. I want Gabriel's hand on your shoulder, if he could, and Jesus' fingertips touching yours. And I want you to feel a big surge of energy coming through you, purifying and powerful, which is taking away more pain. Can they do that for us?
Yeah.
All right, I want them to do that and help you with that pain. Now, do you feel the pain a little less than it was before we got on the phone today?
Oh, yeah.
Good. So how does your body feel now? Does it feel a little more invigorated, a little more powerful?
Really good. Really good.
Say good. So you feel pretty relaxed now, and you feel as the pain.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go and like dance the jig after I wake up.
Wow. So you feel like the pain's pretty much like gone right now?
The pain is awesome. I feel nothing.
So all the pain's gone. Is that correct?
All of it is gone right now.
Well, guess what? When you listen to this recording and you bring these people in, you don't always, and by the way, you don't have to go back and listen to all the past lives and all. Go to the end and feel the angels and Jesus and Ganesh killing that pain. And I want to let you know as I count from 3 to 2 to 1, the pain is going to start to diminish. And the more you hear this recording at the very end, the last 20 minutes, say, you're going to feel the pain get better and better as you go forward. And you're going to start, I think, to see a reversal because you've held the MS still. But I want you to feel that lack of pain and feel that muscle strength coming back, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what we want to feel? Feel a little more muscle strength and no pain?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I want you to listen to this, and I think you're going to find it's going to help you, especially the last 20 minutes. The first live, you go over again, obviously, see where you might have fell short on patience and ego and stuff like that, and how in this life you're going to reverse that, right?
Right.
And you're going to pass those because you've done the homework, you've done the hard work, and you've done the going inward and feeling those guys coming to you, feeling these saints and angels and ascended masters come and help you, and I think it's going to help a lot. So as we get ready, you feel the pain's gone. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly.
And you feel pretty darn good, considering has it been pretty painful lately, or what?
It hasn't been bad lately. It's been better than it normally is. But like this morning, I woke up and I was like, "Oh my God, it's horrible today." So it was bad today. So,
Well, is it gone now?
Day for me to do this with you. Yeah.
It's gone now. So it was bad this morning, but it's gone now. Well, that's what we want, right?
Exactly.
Well, you have been great. I want you to lay there and relax, and as I'm going to count you up from 1 to 5. And each number up, you're going to feel yourself feeling pain-free and happy inside. And you're going to realize your immortality. Because you can see you've had other lives, you're immortal, and you have the support of angels and spirit guides to help you. So as I count up to 2, you can feel all the pain going away. And you're going to visualize that golden suit on. It's like a golden, healing suit that's going to continue to soak into your skin over the next several months. And you're going to feel the pain going away because you're going to have like this constant suit, in a sense, like a golden suit patch on. You're not going to see it, but you're going to feel the energy when you close your eyes. And when you count yourself, when you lay down at night and you feel, or in the morning, you feel the pain coming on, you're going to close your eyes. You're going to count yourself from 5 to 1 backwards. Kind of the opposite of what we're doing now. 5, and each time you're going to feel the golden light coming down to your crown chakra. You want to call in Gabriel, Ganesh, call in Jesus. Let them touch you and bring that pain out. And you will sit up that day and you will not have a lot of pain. I want you to try that. And I want you to let me know how it works, because I think it will work. Because your mind is a divine, powerful tool. And you're doing the right work. And with your meditation practice, this is very possible for you to kill that pain. Okay? I want you to know that.
All right.
So as I count from 1 to 2, you're starting to wake up more and more. But you're feeling pain-free and happy. You're feeling really good inside. And up to 3, waking up more and more. Feeling more and more awake. Feeling yourself, feeling all energetic. And you'll sleep tonight. You'll sleep great tonight, but you're going to feel great the rest of the day. You're going to feel energetic. You're going to feel good tomorrow. And that golden suit's not going anywhere. That's on you now. You're carrying this golden divine light, protecting you. Not only from the outside world and all the craziness, but also you're feeling it soaking into your arms and your legs and your back and your neck and your hands and your feet. Whatever hurts, you're going to see that work. That's a conscious suit. It's going to help you. All right? I know it sounds weird, but it's going to work for you. Okay? So we're going to count up to 4, and you're going to feel good the rest of the day. You're going to feel great. You're going to feel great tomorrow. You're going to feel great going forward. I think you're going to see the pain starting to dissipate, especially when you listen to this and visualize that golden light. Go into those areas. You know what hurts. Visualize that area being red, that golden light dissipating it, making it go away, taking over that area, healing that area that hurts. So as we count up to 5, you're starting to move around. You can feel a little tingling maybe in your toes and fingertips still, but you're feeling yourself becoming more and more awake. You're waking up. You're blinking your eyes. And how do you feel now?
Awesome.
Well, I'm glad.
Really good. Yeah. I feel great.
I'm so glad to hear that. Well, you feel great, and I'm gonna send you this recording by tomorrow. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
You can go back through and listen to it, and if you start to feel painful, go the last 20 minutes. You're going to see that disappear again. Okay?
I can't thank you enough. I really can't. It was awesome.
Well, we'll do it again someday, maybe, because you're going to keep me in the loop. You have my email, so I want you to let me know, because I'm gonna say, visualize that golden suit on you, soak it into these areas, okay, that hurt, and I want you to let me know and stay in touch and let me know if that pain, when it starts to come back, okay, if it comes back at all.
So I'd love to offer you a session. So I do crystal healing.
Uh-huh.
I also do singing bowl therapy.
Great.
And I offer these online. So I could do a session with you, like over Zoom, if you wanted. And